Eric Burgess here, and we're told to find the secant of negative 540 degrees. So with this kind of a thing, I always look for the first least positive coterminal angle for this. And to do that, we just take negative 540 and we just keep adding 360 till we get a positive number. So we got negative 180. We could actually work with that, but what the heck, we'll go one more to get a positive 180. And so if we were to graph this, if we were to have a graph, we know that 180 degrees corresponds to pi, right? We started here, 180 degrees, and we're saying that this is equivalent. This is the same thing as negative 540. It'll give the same result. So knowing this, we need to now know what happens to secant when we're here. So we know that secant is the same thing as 1 over cosine. And we know that cosine is 1 over, and then we have x over r. Or in other words, we would flip this and we would get that secant is equivalent to r over x. Now, since we weren't given an actual point or a distance, we're going to take these to just be 1. So this would be a 1 and this will be a 1. And what happens is r is always positive, so it's 1. X is, we've gone in the negative x direction, so x is negative 1. So we actually get out negative 1 for secant of negative 540 degrees. This would be our answer. So we would say that secant of 540 negative degrees is equal to negative 1. And you can also come into your calculator and we can test this out. So we say secant, we don't have a secant button, but we can type in 1 over cosine. And I don't write my thetas. It's a bad habit, but I kind of assume they're implied, but I know that when you're in the class, you should definitely write your thetas out. So we need to type in 1 over cosine, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1 over cosine, and then we have negative, and I can't remember if I'm in degrees or not, so I guess we'll try them both real quick. 540 degrees, and we get out a weird number. Instead, let's put in, we know that this is the same thing as pi, or we could switch to degree mode. We're going to go to mode, we're going to go to degree, and that sort of verifies what we thought. Now we hit enter, and we get negative 1, the exact same result. So this is a way you could do it if you can't remember, how it works right there, but you can remember the ratio definitions, which are easily derived. We've done that a couple times in previous videos. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe, hit that bell icon, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next problem.